Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, Tesla. We're going to talk about GTC EXTO 24-hour trading. I got another update on that, and I can tell you, hopefully this time, what exactly the rules are. So Tesla, what a wild day. We had a high to low today, the range during regular hours of $8.85, which I believe is kind of short for Tesla. As of late, we've had some, usually $10, $15, $20 days for a long time. High today of $360. We had a low of $351.15, and we closed at $357.09. Shortly after hours, we hit a low of $349.25, and we're currently trading right around $352.10 area. The indexes were up today, QQQ, substantially compared to the S&P 500, and Tesla outperformed everything. That Tesla, they just were rocking and rolling today. Divergence, volume was up on rising prices, rose by 40 million shares, 77 million total sold, but that is still fairly low volume for Tesla. Friday, we only had those 37 million shares, and Grandpa didn't think about it at the time, but the main market closed at 1 o'clock, so we were short 3 hours of trading in your volume. So you can't expect it to, once the regular market closes, to get all that much extra volume. The dominant trend is currently still down. I'll show you this 4-hour chart that we're on. It's a sell signal, by the way. Well, I'm on a 15-minute chart. That's a sell signal, too. I'm going to get it to the 4-hour. Here's the 4-hour chart. There's your fair opening price, this white line right here. 356.08 for tomorrow. Here's today's fair opening price. Oh, 341.75. We never came near it. And when Grandpa's wrong, he's really wrong. Last time this happened, it was back when the price was 318, I believe. If I can find it here, right here. Right here on this day right here. What day was that? Back on 11/1. Or is it 11/18? 11/18. Back on 11/18, the fair opening price was 318.25 or whatever, and I missed it by over $10 that time. Hey, I didn't miss it by as much this time, or did I? I can't even remember. But anyway, when Grandpa gets it wrong, oh boy, it's big. And now tomorrow, I think we'll get up to that 356. 356.08. I think you'll see that number tomorrow for the fair opening price for Tuesday. Pivot point. Well, we have 367.20 as our top pivot point. That's a fact. And our bottom pivot point is right here, potentially at 302.70. This white line right here. And but where Grandpa thinks we're going is 312. Well, 312.17. They bought so much there the other day. Probably line up at this, 311, 312, pick your poison, 310. They got to go through that 312 to take out their blinking they did there the other day, if they decide to do that. But so for right now, I'm leaning towards the 302 will be our bottom pivot point, and I don't think we'll reach that far down. Upside resistance, we have upside resistance. We'll get a little bit at our 356.08 fair opening price. And it wouldn't surprise me to go up there and trade sideways, right on top of that number tomorrow. Wouldn't surprise me a bit. 360 above that, of course, that's where we topped out today. I had my sells in up above that by $1.25, and so I did get a couple of them. 367 above that, 400 above that, 415. Downside support, we have downside support at 347.25, 343.25, 327. That 326, 327 area today was just pounded with longs buying right at that spot, the market makers, and I believe they got to go there to activate them. So they got like 3 days if they want to go there and get them. 312 below that, it's actually 312.17. Some of the analysts are saying 312.75. Pick your poison. 303 below that, and below that 285, 284 area. And okay, this GTC EXTO, I did my last live stream. I did it. I called them. They said it will work now. They said you could short after hours, all this and that. Okay, so I tried it. I should have tried it before I did the live stream. I tried it. First off, you cannot short while you're in GTC EXTO. You cannot short the market. All you can do is, if you own shares, you can sell them 24/7, but you cannot short the market. And so the pilot program is still going on, and sometime in the second quarter, they said they're anticipating opening it up to everyone. However, if you want to be able to trade 24 hours a day and you're an active trader, like to go in and out a lot, you've got to call Schwab. They have a waiting list, and you can get on their waiting list to be approved for GTC EXTO, so it'll work on your device to trade. And if you get approved, it would sometime between now and December 10th. Sometime between now and December 10th, you should be able to get in if they approve you. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So if you want to be able to trade around the clock, I strongly urge you to call them and tell them, hey, put me on the list for GTC EXTO. Then you can put it on that, and it'll fill your order 24 hours a day. You can buy all the shares you want, and if you own shares, once you own them, you can sell them. Simple as that. But you cannot short the market. That's what I've been told. However, I've been told a lot of stuff by these guys. It's a little bit, but it seems like I'm getting to the bottom of it. This one here put us on a list. Me and Grandma got on a list. We're listed now. We're listed. Don't blame Grandpa. Yeah, hey, remember that. Don't blame Grandpa. Don't blame Grandpa if you sell your Tesla shares. Absolutely. Do not sell your Tesla shares. Don't blame Grandpa. And besides that, we got the 4 little ones here. We're having a hoot. We're going to have them for like 3 days. Mommy and Daddy had to go to retreat. I'd retreat too if I had these 4 little buggers. They're pretty good. Hey, yeah, just remember the Don't Blame Grandpa song. And if you haven't heard that song, go back to some of my previous live streams. I've been getting comments and hate mail and everything. People are offering me money to stop singing. I ain't kidding. And if I wasn't sick, I'm a little sickly right now. I got a bad head cold, but if I wasn't, by George, I'd be singing this song. Don't blame Grandpa. If you sell your shares for 50,000 apiece, don't blame Grandpa if they're 100,000 in a year. Think about eternity. Think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does.